Hey guys, welcome to day 5 of your yoga fix. These are some of my favorite core exercises, and you don't have to get off the floor, so that's always a plus. So we'll start on your back. With the knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, the knees can just fall in towards each other. Place your hands on your belly. And just start to notice your breath and feel the belly expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Beginning to lengthen and deepen the breath. The next time you exhale, you empty out so much that you start to feel your abdomen contract. And now you can start to bring your knees straight up towards the ceiling, the feet hip distance. And this time as you exhale, start to lengthen your low back, pressing your low back into the mat. And then as you inhale, just let the back lift up slightly away from the mat. So very minor movement, exhaling, pressing the low back into the mat. And inhaling, just letting it lift up slightly. Pelvic tilts, so exhaling, pressing the low back into the mat, and inhaling, low back lifts slightly. One more time. And then the next time you exhale, start to hug into a ball and lift your shoulders off the mat. And then as you inhale, keep hold of your shins and just lower your shoulders back down. Exhale, round your shoulders off the mat. And inhale, lower back down. One more time. Exhale, peel shoulders up. And inhale, lower back down. This time interlace your fingers behind your head and bring your knees just over your hips. Keep the low back pressing into the mat. Exhale, peel shoulders off the mat. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, peel shoulders. Inhale, lower, keep the elbows wide as you exhale and peel shoulders off the mat. And one more like that. And then this time, as you exhale, peel the shoulders off the mat. Straighten the legs forward into low boat if you can. You can always keep your knees bent and your toes on the mat. Breathe. And then exhale, draw the knees in just above your hips and peel your shoulders. Keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, extend the legs forward. Exhale, knees above your hips. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knees above the hips. One more. You got this, guys. Good. Then lower the feet, stretch the arms overhead. Woo. Take a full body stretch. And then hug your right knee into your chest. Take it over to the left for a twist. Gazing over the right shoulder. then gently come back to center. Hug the left knee and extend the right leg long, and then take that left knee over to the right, gazing over the left shoulder. Good, then we'll come back to center now. Roll all the way over onto your belly and bring your forearms down, interlace your fingers, and then come into forearm plank. So puff up your upper back, draw the ribs and navel in, gentle tuck of the tail, squeeze the inner thighs together, and then see if you can lift your right leg, point the toes, then set the right foot down, lift your left leg, point the toes, then set it back down, hold forearm plank for one more breath, and then lower down into Sphinx. So your elbows are under your shoulders, draw your heart through your arms. And if you'd like, if it's okay on the low back, you can straighten your arms. Good, then come down, and we'll come back over onto your butt. And bring your forearms, your elbows under your shoulders, and walk your elbows in. Your forearms are down on the mat. Keep rolling your shoulders open. And then press your low back into the mat, engage your core, and float your legs. And as you exhale, press your hands down to lift your torso up. Really draw your knees in towards your chest, like you're gonna knee yourself in the chest, and then lower back down onto your forearms, straighten the legs as you inhale. Exhale, hug, come up, bring the knees in, inhale, lower down, exhale, lift, inhale, legs forward, forearms down, exhale, lift. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale, lower the forearms, straighten the legs. Exhale, knees into chest. Inhale, lower. 1 more. And then hold, forearms down, legs straight out in front. And then come all the way down again. Take a full body stretch. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and start to walk your feet over to the right, stretching along your left side. And then come back to center. Take hold of the right wrist with your left hand, walk your feet over to the left, stretching your right side. And then come back to center and back onto your forearms. I'm going to come this way this time. So coming back into forearm plank with your elbows under your shoulders. You might want to interlace your fingers the other way, so with the other pinky tucked in on the bottom so you're not smushing that bottom pinky. And then step the feet back. Good, and then hold for 1 breath. And now come on to bring your left forearm parallel to the front of the mat. Come on to pinky toe edge of your left foot and extend your right arm up. Really lift your hips, draw your navel in, and then bring your right arm forward and then over your ear, around behind you, just making a big circle with the arm. Bring the arm forward in line with your shoulder, then up over your ear and behind. 1 more time. Good, and then once it comes up, bring the right forearm down parallel with the front of the mat and just go right over to the other side. So you're going over onto the pinky toe edge of right foot, let your left arm up, and then really lift your hips, draw the ribs and navel in. Bring that left arm forward, circle it over the ear, around behind you, big circle. And we'll do 3 more like that. Feeling your core work to stabilize you. Good, then the next time it comes around, come back into forearm plank just for a breath. Really squeeze in, puff up your upper back, protracting your shoulder blades. And then lower all the way down. You can either come back into Sphinx or start to straighten the arms, if that's okay on your low back. Good, now we'll come back onto your backs. And soles of the feet on the mat, knees bent, interlacing fingers behind the base of the skull, at the base of the skull. And then bringing the knees above your hips and pressing low back into the mat. As you exhale, lift your shoulders off the mat. And then extend your right leg straight. Exhale, bring your right elbow towards your left knee. Inhale, bring the right knee back, keeping the knees over the hips. Extend the left leg, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. So keep going and really try to bring elbow towards knee rather than knee in towards your elbow, because that's easy. Let's go 2 more each side. You got this. You can probably hear in my voice it's not easy for me. Nice, y'all. Then bring the soles of the feet down. Relax the head down. Just let your knees drift over to one side. Windshield wiper. The legs go over to the other side. And then come back to center and flop over ungracefully right back over onto your belly. And we just have a couple more core exercises, so hang in there. So this time you won't interlace your fingers, your hands stay down, your wrists are in line with your elbows. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, really hug everything in and press the mat away and puff up into your upper back. Now, come on to the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Keep your forearms down. And then as you inhale, or as you exhale rather, lift the hips up and inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. 2 more. Nice, and we'll go right to the other side. Pass through forearm plank, then come on to pinky toe edge of right foot. Keep both forearms down. Stack your feet. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Really feels good on my back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. 1 more. Come back to forearm plank. Lower all the way down. Either come into that Sphinx or straighten the arms. Ooh, we really work the obliques there. If you want to wiggle around some, you can. Nice. We'll come back onto your back. And hug the knees into the chest. Bring the soles of the feet down. Arms alongside the body. Just setting up for a nice gentle bridge pose. So as you inhale, lift your hips up. Now you can either grab hold of the edges of the mat and roll onto your shoulders, or interlace fingers underneath you. Roll on to your shoulders. And then keep those inner thighs working so knees don't splay out. And so we've done a lot of contracting. Now we're just stretching out the front body. Good, then lower all the way down. Soles of the feet together, knees wide, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Close the eyes. And I encourage you to stay here as long as it serves you. I hope to see you back on your mat with me tomorrow. Namaste.